What's up, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another weekly tarot card reading for the collective. The collective means for you and me and whoever's coming through to watch the video. If you want to get yourself a personal, I talk about it more at the end of this video. So we're going to go over what are some things that popped up last week, this week, and some things that can arrive next week. I'm going to walk you through every step of the way throughout this card video. We're going to do a pick a card oracle at the end. And if you guys want to fast forward and rewind back and forth throughout the video, timestamps are found down below. If you guys are interested in the crystals that I'm using in this video, that's selenite, the sword, and that heart over there to the left next to the gingerbread man, that is rhodonite. So for those people, if you find something interesting, that means you need to learn about it, or you need to get yourself some, because it means that there's something about it that you're going to learn, or that you need to know, something that's going to be teaching you. Rhodonite works with the root and the heart chakras. And it's a stone that if you're going through a hard time, it can help you turn some things around into your favor. All right. So enough of that. Let's get into the card read and let's begin. So, reflecting on the past week, the Two of Lasers is talking about that you have had your back up against the wall and that you really need to make a serious decision. With me pulling up the secondary card of the Seven of Hearts, it's having to do something along with regards of love or focus, doing what you love, or being around someone that you enjoy. There could have been some type of separation or an argument, something that's short term. Oh, there's an angel message popping up, 2 twos. You have a good work-life balance. People are attracted to your positive energy. And you're going to be going out, meeting people, socializing, getting gifts, getting advice. You're going to get some type of good news with that 2 I had just pulled. Now, backtracking a little bit with this 7 of Hearts is that you, and connected with the 2 of Lasers, there's like a block or there's some disconnection. There was a one-on-one private conversation. It could have been over the phone, or it could have been over the internet, like texting as well. And there was 2 people who walked away from a conversation, and the other person on the other side of the conversation could have walked away thinking that everything was okay. But there is someone feels they have to make a difficult choice. Someone may have to hire a lawyer for some type of legalities or whatever type of circumstances that you have going on. There's someone who you thought that you're not going to speak with again, but you are going to speak with them again. This might be at work, but like I was saying with that 7 up there, I'm really leaning towards the subject of love or your hobby, something that you possibly do, or something at work that you really enjoy to do. So what's going on in this week right now with the Justice card popping up is that there's supposed to be some good news coming towards you. So I've said that more than once within this read already, which really is honing in on that you should be expecting some type of good news. With the Justice card popping up, this is a major energy. Whatever type of news that this is going to affect you in a positive way for 10 years to come. This could be marriage. This could be something going in your favor with court. This could be some type of union. This could be something going on at work. Maybe a promotion. Maybe you are learning something to help move you along the lines of your career where you could ask for a raise or earn more funds. But like I was saying, there's in the lines of legality, like court, there is someone who they recognize your value, and they see your input that of things that you have to say when it comes to the community or work or whatever of something that might be going on. There's someone who likes to hear what you have to say, and they make rulings based on what you say too. Because that you are fair, and also someone's got a good mind on their head. Someone's starting somewhere. You might be starting over. You might have to revise your plans. Someone's moving up within some type of ladder. You may not feel like it, but with that 3 that just popped up, you need to do some type of planning as you move throughout your future. This Jack of Spades that's popped up, there's a Gemini that's around, someone who is young, dark on the outside, and it's a gentleman, and there's someone who's immature, but they're still learning, okay? Now, sometimes they can be a burnout, they can be unreliable, they can put their mind towards something and not finish it. But their good traits of this person is someone who's young, someone who is very stewardess, they're very smart. A lot of veterans like to listen to this person's young mind. And so next week, something that is going on is that there's a lot of bullies around you. There's a lot of, with this 7 of rockets popping up. Oh, by the way, angel message, 3 sevens. You need to stick to your guns and your intentions. You need to do what you believe, what you know that you feel is right and best for you and the community. So the 7 of rockets, there's someone who's dealing with a lot of bullies around you. And when this card is popping up in the position it's popping upright, you need to continue doing whatever that you are doing, okay? There's, a lot of people who are probably calling mercy. They just want you to give up some type of fight. They just want you to give in, and they just want you to be an easy opponent to take out. This is someone you're around people who are lazy. They don't care for a challenge. It would be best if they stop focusing on you, since they can't be inspired, and if they would focus back on themselves. But at the moment, what the energy is saying from the cards next week, you will have to deal with some type of, people who don't have their heads screwed on straight. They really are misguided. They really are acting immature, very dumb, if you will. And you're just not having it. You're not letting it get in your way. You're not letting it stop you. You're not letting it phase you. Not saying that you're responding being ugly, but you're just continuing to do on your path what your job says or what you feel is morally right. The 9 that's popping up, there's a woman around who's older. This could be someone who influences you, or it could be you. I really emphasize this is someone around you who budgets. They work very hard so that they can help the community around them. They're straightforward when it comes to business. And now you probably see the 3 sevens. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I'm still walking you through the read. But here comes the angel message of the 3 sevens, where you need to stick to your intentions and beliefs. Now, this 7 of diamonds that popped up is that you're paying attention to details, contracts. There are people around you who you have to point out what something says along the fine lines, like what the law says, what the rules say. There's people who you're experienced and they're not able to lie, and you may be, with that 7 of diamonds, you may be showing them what it is, that the rules that they need to be abiding by. So this portion of the read is the pick a card oracle. I'm going to lay 5 cards down. I'm going to read to you the symbols that they mean in tarot, the interpretations, and you pick which card you feel is talking about what you're going through best. So obviously forgive yourself, okay? When we do oracle cards, you don't need any skill, but for the symbols, so I'm saying the tarot meanings of the symbols. So the forgive yourself, there is big money that someone needs to get ready for, some type of communication that you're having with people around you, and you have to pay attention to the little things. And as well as someone's open to connecting with spirit, with those blue hands that are open, something about that's bringing in resources as well. So I release all negative energy. It's pretty apparent. Now, yellow is talking about learning, and whoever's choosing this card, there's finances coming towards you too. And it may feel like it's little by little, but you're balancing yourself out. You're going to be doing some type of self-reliance, self-care, paying attention to yourself, So this card that's popping up Today is a sacred gift from the universe. And there's some type of comfort. Someone's the center of attention. There's something going on within your life that's popping out like magic, or maybe you're popping out somewhere like magic. Third eye, I wonder why I was feeling this way about this card, but there's blue that's popping up, deep blue, that someone's connecting with the spirits. Someone is connecting with their spirituality and going very deep. So by the way, the snake popping up is you need to watch out for some of your so-called friends that are around you. They may not share the same morals or intentions that you do. You need to be careful of a snake that is around you. The snake is descending. So this is kind of funny because someone might be leading someone on a goose chase. Someone might be aware that there's a snake around them and they're giving them information that's not going to help the snake. Pick another card from the tarot, and that is your answer. So this card right here is the Page of Hearts. Someone's sentimental, Cancer energy, kind, affectionate. They wear sentimental. They wear their heart on their sleeve. Like they really want to say how they feel. That's how they want to connect with people. That's how they want to bond. They want to be emotionally stable. They want to understand you, and someone's learning that. They could be going to school maybe for counseling or something like that, or maybe someone's starting a psych 101, like a psychology path, but someone's learning how to be stable with their emotions, learn other people and understand them, and not let that stop any type of conversation. And they're understanding how that can help them grow their money with business by making, good friends instead of going around making enemies. So the last oracle card I'm picking, some more evil eye. It's evil eye is a term that we say is someone who's casting like an evil eye, someone who's basically casting jealousy or envy. And that could mess up somebody in their path if they're not strong enough to deflect those negative frequencies. So sometimes you see people wear evil-eyed wards and talismans that's supposed to keep the evil eye away. Someone is really going to be using their brain, opening their mind. So whoever's using this card, I will not compare myself to others. You work with your third eye chakra, like some peppermints. There's something going on where you're going to have to see past the veil, or you're going to have to pay attention to how people are talking, how people are acting. You may even pop up where your foe might be talking about you and you're standing right behind them the whole time just listening. And I'm not saying that what they're saying is going to be true, because it's not, but it's just going to be funny where the spirit might put you and you learn some truth, All right, y'all. So that is the collective for this week. And if you guys want a reading that is just talking about your situation, you can come through for a personal. Scroll on down and hit that link to the Heavenly Divine Tarot Card website and book it there. Everyone is welcome to come to the pop-up lives. They're random around 1 p.m. On the weekends from Thursday to Monday around 1 p.m. Eastern time is when I see you guys. Everybody keep in mind that fast passers and members of the channel get to skip the line, and members of the channel also have access to Divine Class, where I'm teaching you how to read more of the cards. Interpretations, by the way. So you'll be reading like me, and you can incorporate that with your intuition. All right, you guys. Thank you for the viewers, the subscribers, the members, and I will see you in the next video.